I'm sure you've heard by now about the JD Vance vacation ski trip as he contributes to an administration that's throwing the world into chaos. Let's go on a little ski trip to Vermont. And there have been a lot of protesters at the airport, at the ski resort, whatever. And now I have a video for you that's going viral of someone who was able to get really close to him and shout at him and shout something at him that relates to his little blow up in the Oval Office against Volodymyr Zelensky. And that is that you're seeming more and more like you're advocating for Russia more than the United States. It's very strange, JD. What's going on, JD? The people want to know, JD. And here is the video, and then I'll show you some other related updates. But people in Vermont came through. They're fed up with JD. What does JD stand for? Is that his Joseph Dedrick? It's probably not Dedrick.
Yep. JD, how does it feel being Putin's puppet?
Was the response, "Hey man, how are you doing?" How's it feel to be Putin's puppet? Hey, ha, what's up?
JD, how does it feel being Putin's puppet?
By the way, I think this is JD right here. It is difficult to tell, but I think TMZ is reporting that this blob is, and I say that just because right now it's just sort of a few pixels on the screen, but this figure, there we go, I think is JD. And imagine being JD, you know you're on camera, someone already shouted that you're a Russian puppet, and now you're skiing. I don't like skiing, all right? Do you snowboard? I don't like that either. Yeah, Jane just gasped. It's just, like, put this back on the screen. You're going to go willingly in the cold, and you could fall, and you could get snow all in your mouth, and instead I could sip cocoa at the resort. I'll pick the cocoa at the resort than the tumbling down a mountain and my family laughing at me. But in this situation, the stakes are much higher. It's not just Jaden scoffing because I face planted, but it's the world's news stations catching you taking a tumble. Come on, JD. Come on, JD. Don't do it. Shh, shh, shh. All right, down the mountain. And then you think you've made it and you're happy. And then you hear, how's it feel being Putin's puppet? Good stuff, Vermonters. There he is. Yep, see?
Oh my god. Good.
Oh, I see now why it says that he was nearly taken out. Because I think the person who took a tumble almost tumbled right on into him. That's a debacle. What does Secret Service do in this situation? What if they're not good skiers? How do you keep... I don't know. That's something else. But it wasn't just that. You also have BuzzFeed reporting on all sorts of different signs and people who are out to show their lack of support for JD in beautiful fashion. Vance is a traitor. Go ski in Russia. True, plenty of snow there. If you're going to try to F the country, we're going to make it very uncomfortable for you. Vance, we thought Elon was VP. Nice. Russian asset liquor. Oh, I get it. Hide your couch, Vance skis and jeans. Bully JD Vance, go away. Other things. Okay. And then you might be thinking, what is Trump up to while his vice president? Surely Trump is trying to get the world under control. Surely Trump is trying to solve the chaos that he's created. No, he's golfing. Of course. And really interesting movement there. Wow, what on earth was... I have never gotten out of a golf cart like this. I also rarely get out of golf carts because I don't golf. But some interesting leg movement, just sort of figuring out that. So he's golfing, JD Vance skiing, maybe Elon is doing stuff. I don't know. I know he had his Rogan interview, but maybe we turn our sights to friend of JD, Donald Trump Jr. What is he up to?
By Translagua, the Venezuelan murderous drug gang is...
What was that? What was the name of the drug gang again?
By Translagua, the Venezuelan murderous drug...
That happened recently with a word. I don't even want to try. You know what? I was about to try it in front of all you. There's a word that I used, and I honestly edited it out. I did. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be transparent. We edited it out because I botched it so badly. But I guess I relate. It's still fun. Still funny to see him doing that. Then this.
Being with us here now with a reaction, Executive Vice President at the Trump Organization.
It looks like his hand was about to go to the mouth.
Here now with a reaction, Executive Vice President at the Trump Organization. Donald Trump.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
With us here now with a reaction, Executive Vice President at the Trump Organization, Donald Trump Jr.
To describe for our podcast listeners, imagine that someone is, here's a good way to explain it. Imagine someone is at a football game or a basketball game or a volleyball match or a hockey game or a cricket sporting event, and then they're picking their nostril, and the jumbotron shows them. It's the kiss cam, and they're caught with their finger in the cookie jar. Okay, it looked like that, except for instead of nostril, it was his mouth that he was about to go reaching into. Before moving on to one other, just sort of trying to get a little bit of comedic relief to the horrific stuff that's going on. I think this is an important thing. I'm not going to agree with every single sign. Some people might go further than I would, but I really appreciate the strong opposition being shown publicly, because what happens is I think people will have intuitive oppositions to the shameful actions of the Trump administration, especially as of late. But sometimes it takes being given permission by others. And so when all over the news we see people booing, even Republicans booing their elected officials because of Doge and other things, whenever you see protests showing up to where the vice president is, all peaceful, all very safe, but showing their opposition to him, I think it gives people who are just now starting to think, maybe they stayed home, maybe they whatever, and they're starting to think, I don't know if I like this. And they go turn on the TV, they go open social media, and they see that a lot of other people don't like it. And it gives them permission to indeed oppose what is going on. This video that you've seen on the screen here is proof that AI is getting crazy. Look at this, is not real, but it looks real. It's during the Oval Office meeting, the folks here physically fighting each other, which is kind of what happened, but it was just with words. And it was, honestly, I think it would have been less horrific, not really, but if that was how it was expressed, because instead it was this aggravating, petulant, belligerent, clueless attitude from the likes of Donald and JD. Fine. All right, fine. I'll try to figure it out. JD Vance. What does JD stand for? Let's just figure it out. James David. All right, now we know. James David Vance. You wanted to know. I delivered it to you. Share your thoughts in the comments.